It's been absolute carnage in here today. So it's 6:10 and it's the same day that I've basically moved all the filters and stuff like that. So I've managed it. I'm gutted. I'm absolutely gutted. Had a catastrophe. Now I'm knackered. I haven't had a dinner yet. So I'm just about to, the bottom drain is set, welded in, everything's moved around. I'm going to have some dinner because it's 6:10. I've been had breakfast and then I'm going to come back out and I'm going to get the bottom drain set on a really good load of concrete underneath. A good bed because it's quite soft underneath and I don't want it all sinking in because it'll just rip the liner. Anyway, please, in the comments, if anyone comments, please don't say, oh, you should have done this, you should have done that, because I'm not interested. Especially what I'm about to tell you, because I've been reeling all day since it happened. It happened about an hour into it. I was whistling away, I got the easy pod drained down, I was about ready to change the shower over, stuff like that. I was absolutely buzzing. And then, catastrophe. You bought out anybody that's got koi, and I'm pretty sure this has happened to you all. I don't know why it happens, and I'm going to say something else about it in a minute with people with certain ponds, because I don't know how they sleep at night. So let me spin you around and show you the process. So that was all hooked up here, air lines, all done. The pressure filter's back on, that's back on running. I was almost there, I had the pressure filter set, blah 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 blah. I decided to do this. So it's got this tray with my shower on, so it just basically comes out the bottom drain, 2-inch, down into this pump, up here, through the filter, up and over, and then there's a waste. I can connect a waste onto there. And the slide valve on these is leaking, so I've had to put that on there and weld it all in there, which is dry, so that return's not working. So I could hook that up. Anyway, I'm going to leave that for now because who knows, I might put the 1 kilowatt heater on there and that's where the line, it would come through to run through there. So what happened? I moved the net, pulled the net right over, so I had a gap so I could bloody working away. I was down here cutting pipes, getting sorted, measuring up as you do. Okay, now. One of my best koi, the Karashigoi, the grow and show one, Vadam Bayer. I just love that fish. I'm definitely sure it could have been a show fish. It's not going to be any more, that is for sure. Because it jumped out, hit me, landed. This box fortunately was over here, it hit that, but you know what they're like? Can you gab them? It's obviously a big fish, it's a strong fish. It was fucking flapping about as they do. I grabbed it, look, managed to get hold of it, it flipped out, and that was worse, it banged itself on the bloody floor and the breeze block. But I managed to get it in my second take and get it in. And it's there. It didn't move for ages. It's took a knock on its head above its eye. I hope it don't damage its eye. I would be amazed with what it's gone through if it survives. And it's just put me off all day. It's just been, it's like when you smash your car in, or you've left something out and you've lost your wallet, or you get that feeling all day, and I've just not been settled all day. But anyway, it's not died yet, and it's been a good 7 hours. I've put some CT in there because that helps with bacterial, if you've got any scales. Now the amount of scales this fish lost, that's why I'm so gutted. It had scales on like this. There must be 10. There must have been 10 come off, I found. Loads. Oh, just it's one of them moments where, at that moment in time, you nearly go, fuck it. You nearly go, fuck it, I've had enough, bollocks to this, because you're so angry with yourself, and I'm still angry with myself, and I'll be angry with myself for a few days, and I'll be angry with myself forever, until, if that fish ever fully recovers. Now, when I put it back in there was actually drops of blood. We won't go into too much detail, but there's actually drops of blood on the slabs, 4 drops. I don't know whether it come out its gills, or whether it's got a wound. I don't know. I'm not going to get it out now, because that will just stress it even more. So I'm going to let it settle. Let the CT do its thing. I'm going to put the chloramine tea in every day for 4 days, and hopefully it settles down, and then I might net it up once this is all done and settled. In fact, I won't, because what it will be doing, it will be being moved, netted, socked, and going in this one here. But anyway, less of the negativity for now. Let's just leave that there, because they're all sealed in. I've altered this, cut it all down. I think that looks quite smart, guys. Got to move the feed tray. But the greenhouse is a load, not tidier, but I'm happy with that. So the moral of the story is, do not leave your pond uncovered for any amount of time. Any amount of time. And that's the next point, when I was saying earlier, how do people with these windows with no edging, just a slabbed edge, with nothing around the edge or net, how do you sleep at night? If you've got a pond like that, put them down there. I know people will say, oh yeah, it's because there's something wrong with your water, or this, that and that. Bullshit. I'm not having it. The fish see an opening, they see an opening, they're not daft, they see a body of water, they think they're in water, so they think there's more body of water. Yes, fish do jump and splash about and stuff, but I do believe that when the pond's edge, because you see it when they're in these, there's nothing wrong with that when you're getting bowled up, but they know that there's no top, there's an opening where, but they still think, they don't know, they're not like us, they think there is water, the grass is greener beyond what they're in, and they can get away and off they go. And that's what they do, 9 times out of 10, 99.9%. So, bottom drain, 4-inch Cockney Koi bottom drain, only a 24 pounder, reduced down to 3-inch, straight onto there. I'm going to come up, valve, sliding valve. I'm not one of these mega expensive ball valve types. I'm happy enough with a slide valve. Come up, straight into there. It's going to come straight out into the UV. The UV is going to come out, and it's going to go straight back into, there is actually 3 or 4, there's 3 openings on this. There's one, where is it? Yeah, there's one there, look. So I'll probably cap that, but that one there, which is a 3rd down, that's the one where I might tap into if I can. But I might just cap them all off or use them for drain zones, because I think you get plugs with these. Plug them off and use them in case you need to put a hose on and just do partial drains. But this is basically with you get like a filter with them. You get a little filter there, look, for a pool, and there's a filter inside. I have actually thought, shall I use it, hook it up, and have it, put a piece of pipe sticking up here, have a ton dish, and have a skimmer on it, and have it coming out into the pipe work that they've got, come out into their pump. There's this small little filter, like pleated, and it just runs through on this low energy, low powerful, pump, and it'll blow back in there, and then that one's been returned. I don't know yet. Anyway, I'm rambling now because I'm knackered. Muddy. So it actually looks big once it's in. 9'6", I think, 10 foot they call it. So there we go. I've got all the legs in. I've had to set my centre just to make sure. I had it all measured, and where I've measured it, where I thought it'd be without having the pond, it's bang on anyway. So I've just done that. I've got some sand and cement to be doing tonight to bed that in, bed that in, bed that in, and then I'm going to see if I can lay some slabs there, and then I'll probably level this down and then put like spread a load of concrete in, as much as I've got left. As for now, dinner time.